While these states might not actually hate retirees, if you look at their taxes, if you look at their crime rate, if you look at their quality of life, it's easy to walk away thinking, you know what, these states do hate retirees. And I want you to live in a place where you feel comfortable, that you can live a quality life, that you can get good quality health care. So let's jump in. This is from data from Wallet Hub, and it's reported by Kiplinger's. But before we jump into the article, I want to give a big thanks to today's sponsor of today's video, which is Chapter, and they help people navigate the complexity of Medicare. More on them later. Okay, according to this Kiplinger article, Worst Places to Retire in the U.S., and the subtitle is, Want to Know the Worst Places for Retirees, Whether It Affects Quality of Life, Healthcare, or Affordability. They're kind of giving away the punch. Kentucky is in last place again as a retirement destination, but let's find out what the other 9 destinations are. Okay, and they have a companion story about the best places to retire, but today's article is about the worst places to retire. Let's jump in. Number 10 is Hawaii. I don't think that's a big surprise. Obviously, it's going to be very expensive to live in Hawaii. Gas, groceries, housing, property, taxes, utilities are all very high. But obviously, on a positive note, the weather is amazing. The beaches would be amazing. And Social Security is not taxed. Coming in at number 9 is Arkansas. And while Arkansas has a lower cost of living and the weather is temperate, you also have to look on the downside, and the state has a high crime rate, including violent and property crime, and a tough economy and lower educational levels than other areas in the country. Okay, number 8, West Virginia creeps into the top 10 worst places in the U.S. for retirees for a variety of reasons. The state ranks poorly for healthcare, ranking the 46th best state in the nation for elderly care, which combines outcomes, costs, ease of access. And West Virginia will not tax your Social Security benefits, but it does tax withdrawals from your 401k and IRA and pension with some exclusion. Okay, Rhode Island coming in at number 7. Rhode Island offers beaches and scenic beauty, but the cost of living is high. It's 13% higher than the U.S. average, and taxes are also high, even though there is no sales, even though the sales tax is lower than in many other places. Healthcare is rated higher, but the state has fewer hospitals and healthcare facilities. Coming in at number 6 is New Jersey, and New Jersey offers unique retirement experience that calls for careful consideration. The Garden State is home to numerous retirement communities that can cater specifically to the needs of older adults. However, the cost of living is relatively high, with housing, healthcare, and taxes typically more expensive. And it says if you're on a fixed income, it's good to know that New Jersey is known for its higher property tax rates. That's something that we're going to want to know. Okay, before we jump on to number 5, I want to circle back to today's sponsor. I want to thank them for partnering with me to help me produce this video. Today's sponsor is Chapter, and they help people navigate the complexities of Medicare. Signing up for Medicare and choosing the right plan on an ongoing basis, choosing which plan is right for you is a super important project for all of us, and getting that right and making a good decision is important. And you want to have somebody that's putting your best interests in mind. And Chapter has pledged to me that they put their client interest ahead of their own interest when it comes to various products, because many of these products carry commissions. So Chapter helps you when it's time to enroll in Medicare. They help you get the most value out of Medicare, and they help keep Medicare working hard for you. I have met the team at Chapter, and I'm very proud to have them as a sponsor of today's video. You can find out more at this phone number here, or if you use the link in the description. Thank you again, Chapter, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, moving on to number 5, the 5th worst state to live in is New Mexico, and it's a popular destination for retirees. And while it's rich in culture and boasts beautiful landscapes, before you pack your bags, it's been estimated that 30% in New Mexico's rural roads are in poor conditions and crime is high, over 3% higher than the national average. And the medical facilities are few and far between. They use the the word sparse, especially in rural areas. However, overall, New Mexico has good weather. And while it's warm and sometimes very hot, in the summers, they have mild winters, but harsh weather conditions such as strong winds, dust storms, and wildfires. Okay, number 4 is Washington State, the number 4 worst state to live in. And it does have a lot to offer. As I record this, I'm currently living in Washington State. It has gorgeous mountains, long coastlines, rivers, lakes, great spots for coffee lovers. In fact, it was the founding town. Seattle was the founding town for Starbucks. We do have plenty of rain, up to 120 inches. Washington State does not have income taxes, which includes for pensions, 401ks, and IRAs are not taxed by this state, but property taxes are relatively low, but housing prices can be high, averaging almost $600,000 according to Zillow. And Washington also boasts top-tier healthcare systems with cities like Seattle and Spokane. Number 3 worst city is Mississippi. Mississippi, it does have some vibrant cities and wild expanses of natural beauty and outdoor recreation. However, it also has hot summers and crime in many areas of the state, and quality healthcare is harder to come by. Number 2 on the list is Louisiana. Louisiana offers a diverse culture, great food and music. Housing costs are below average, but insurance rates can be high, and healthcare is important to senior citizens. And unfortunately, Louisiana doesn't rank very high on that. Social Security benefits are not taxed in Louisiana, which is good to know, but retirement account withdrawals are. The state has a relatively low cost of living, and housing and utilities are particularly low. The typical home price in Louisiana, for example, was only $197,000, which is less than half of the national average. Car insurance, though, the averages are just over $4,500 a year, which is almost 50% more than the national average. And then rounding up, spot number 1, according to this Wallet Hub data that's being reported by Kiplinger's, the worst place in the United States to retire is Kentucky, according to the report. It's known for its horse racing, bourbon, bluegrass music, and Southern hospitality. But it does have a lot of national disasters, including floods and tornadoes, and other things like humidity and pesky bugs. And that's what lands Kentucky at the bottom of the 2025 list, where it also landed in 2024. The cost of living is lower. Residents in Kentucky spend about $250 per week on food and $96 eating out. In the average home class is a little over $200,000 at $208,456. Kentucky's tax system generally suits retirees. There's no tax on Social Security. And seniors also enjoy a sizable deduction of $31,110 for an individual for retirement income types such as IRA, 401k, and pension income. I hope you found this article helpful. If you did, YouTube says that you'll enjoy this next video of mine here. Take a look, let me know if they're right, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching this one. Bye-bye.